When I was young, I used to think that there should be someone in my life who teaches me things about life, except my parents. Like in movies, an actor is supported by a little older, wiser person who teaches many things about life. So I wanted to have such an old person in my life too, but there was none. Then I thought, why not to become myself a leader and teach myself everything about life? So today we'll discuss those things which were in our mind in childhood, and when we grow up, we find out that the world is not what we used to think. These are the things that you already know, but the maturity is to realize again and apply. So, the first thing is maturity is when you realize that the actor who is acting is not only a reason for the movie being best. Maturity is also when you realize it is not necessary that every person standing in front of the mic and addressing the audience has done something special in life. Some got free fame. Maturity is when you realize the difference between song and music. Maturity is when you realize that being alone in your life is all okay. Maturity is when you realize that no product can make you beautiful. You become beautiful by exercise and healthy eating. Maturity is when you realize that beauty comes in simplicity. And simplicity is not being messy, it's maintaining yourself. Maturity is when you realize that real success is happiness, and happiness comes from family. Maturity is when you realize that motivation is a sweet poison. No motivator or life coach can make you the best version of you. You can learn from them, but in the end, you need to do something to make a difference. Maturity is when you realize that you need to speak up and clarify rather than assuming based on someone's actions. Maturity is when you realize that you don't need to reveal more than it is required. Maturity is when you realize that you don't have to do anything overwhelmingly for someone without being asked. Maturity is when you realize that real people are left behind to entertain the fake ones. Maturity is when you realize that in this fast paced world that is desperately chasing the success, the best thing to do is to stop, analyze, and walk away. Maturity is when you realize that bad feelings, sad days, stress, anxiety, depression are also important things in the long term. Someone in the world is doing better than you, got the better job, they are more fit, got more money and popularity. Someone else made their best decision. Maturity is when you realize not to feel bad because someone else got something more than you. Maturity is when you realize it's all okay to work on your things at your own speed. Maturity is when you realize that most of the businesses in the world are making money from your emotions, insecurities, fears, feelings, habits, and excitements. Maturity is when you realize you will lose nothing if you would not fill yourself with information. not following trends, and if you don't know about the latest celebrity gossip. Maturity is when you realize that you need to be rejected, failed, unnoticed, or fired in order to find the real you. Maturity is when you realize these are my definitions of maturity. You need to analyze whether you can relate or not. Thank you for watching.